All right, team, moving on to the next section of our training. This section is going to be covering our blog and our homepage editing. Um, Mainly, I want to show you the blog so that we know moving forward how to post to our blog and how to properly categorize our blog posts. Um, that's of great importance moving forward to make sure that the blog is organized and to make sure that it has full visibility for our customers, for our visitors, and make sure that we're engaging the right audiences. So, along with the editing of the homepage, and I want to show you the editing of the homepage so that we know what kind of functionality that we'll have moving forward. And this is going to be something that we can use as a base for moving forward on any page, because all the pages on the website have the exact same functionality. What you can do on one page, you can also do on another. And that's important to remember moving forward. Uh, as for our blog posts, though, they are completely different. They're completely different from the pages on our website. These are actually controlled by what we call posts as opposed to pages. Now, if you look here in the, bring this over a little for you. Um, you look over here in this left-hand pane. If we were to click on our pages, right, and I'm just showing you this so we know the difference moving forward. Pages. All right, so our pages are the faces of our website. The actual home page is this home, which says front page next to it. These are the pages of our website that our customers see when they browse the site, when they find a product in the store, from the product to the cart to their checkout page. This is what they see. We have our privacy policy, return policy, terms and conditions, and our thank you for purchasing page here. So this is not where we would edit the blog. Now, I know that you see that there's a blog page, right? And that might be a little confusing, but don't let that confuse you. What you would never want to do is edit this blog page. Any edits to the blog page will be done by myself and myself only, just to ensure that we're not messing up any of the coding on the page of our website for the blog. What we want to do to add to our blog, however, once you're logged into the dashboard here in WordPress's dashboard, you would want to go to your posts as opposed to your pages, okay? Posts are where your blog posts are actually sent as opposed to them being sent to a page. Now, they will be viewable on this blog page, but they are only editable from the posts on this panel here, okay? So we're going to click posts, and I'm going to show you how to edit a blog post. So we have some stock blog posts that are in here already just to fill in some content that I snatched up from, I don't remember where I'm snatching all this stuff up from, but it doesn't matter. So what we're looking at first, before we even get into the posts, I want to show you guys our categories, okay? This is important because we have a blog that's going to be multifaceted. We're going to cover a few different spectrums of entertainment. So we have the fashion and entertainment category. We have the history and education, news, success stories, and there is always going to be an uncategorized blog uh, category. Basically, for that content that doesn't fall under the umbrella of any of these, that might just be viral content that we use to get people to come to our website. Simple and plain. An uncategorized blog post could be something about nothing at all, right? As long as it's buzzworthy, it's viral news, it can be categorized or it can be placed in the uncategorized category within the blog. But that's only if we get to that, right? So just wanted to show you guys the categories because this is what we're basing our blog off of. All right. If we wanted to add a new category, we would do that here in this section. But before we get to adding categories, this is also going to be a power that I'm only going to limit for myself because this would also affect the size of our website as well as the navigability of the website. Okay, so I'm only going to be adding categories, but if we do need to add new categories to this list, please make me aware so I can go ahead and make that happen. Um, all right, so posts. I'm gonna go to all posts. Better yet, let's go to, you saw the post already. Let's go to add new. So if I was coming in here and making a brand new blog post, this is what it would look like. All right, click add new under posts, and it will take you to a post editing screen. Just load up. Okay, so let's see. Go to the blog on the front end of our website, the customer facing end of our website. This is the blog tab. Now, I'm just going to click it again for the sake of refreshing, so you know that this is what that page looks like. Okay. Um, so this is our blog page. Uh, it only lists the 5 blog posts that I have in here just as stock blog posts for the moment because that's all we have. So as we continue to create more content, this page will fill in. I have it set to fill in 20 posts. So you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this first row and another on the second row. It's going to fill in 20 of these positions, right? So it's going to go until it gets to 20, and then a customer will have the option to click view all posts, and it'll take them to the rest of the posts that are in the blog. Better yet, what I'll do is take this view all post button out and leave all of our posts in the blog right here. That'll make it a lot cooler, make it one stop for a customer. They don't have to click another page. So, right, this is how our blog looks front facing. But when we create a new post, I'm going to show you how we make it look that way. You know what? Let me look at one of these posts. Let's look at this one, History and Education, 2 amps for days. Now, this is the blog post itself, okay? This is all stock content, stock photos, stuff that Jeffrey and anyone else on the team will be able to go in and edit at any given time. All right. So now this very large photo at the very top of the blog post, this is what's called a featured photo. All right. So again, the main photo that you see there doesn't go in this large text box right here where I have my cursor. Nothing goes there for the time being while we're setting that up. What we actually want to do, scroll all the way down to the bottom right corner where you see featured image right here. Okay, featured image is where you set the image that is seen here at the very top of this page. Okay, so to set a featured image, we're gonna go in here. Now, of course, you can upload any file from your computer. I'm gonna select something from the media library that's already here. Pick this guy since I put that in for one of our training. Set featured image at the bottom right corner, and it will populate his photo here in the featured image. Okay, now every blog post has tags that we do want to use. Jeff, these tags are going to be up to you as far as the buzzworthiness of the posts themselves. Use your highest creative mind to make sure that we can be as buzzworthy as possible. So make sure we create those tags. The second most important thing is categories. Now, whatever kind of a post this might be, that's what you want to base your category on, obviously. So let's say that this post about this young black jockey is going to be about history and education. Okay, I would select the history and education category and leave it at that. Now, the format for the blog post itself, I would always leave standard so that it gives you full capability to do what you want to do creatively. Once you change the format, it changes the the basis of what that blog post can be. So it limits you in a way. But you also have the option, or the ability rather, to use the page builder to build out these posts. Okay, and this offers a great extension for you as well, Jeff, when it comes to creating and making sure that the blog posts are as engaging as possible. Now, within this page builder, there are hundreds of elements for you to use. I won't get into each and every one of them because the basis of understanding how they all work is playing with them. You have to play with every last one of them, see what they look like, preview your pages constantly. This preview button right here is life and death. It can save or kill your blog or page post, so make sure that you preview a page before you publish it right here, before you publish it. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to be acting as the editor-in-chief of the website just to ensure that all the content is coded correctly and is okay to be viewed on our website. So when you're making blog posts here in this area, Jeff, make sure that you save as a draft, okay? After you've done your previews to make sure that it looks the way you want it to look, make sure you save it as a draft. Do not publish. Do not publish. I will do all the publishing just to make sure that I have a final bird's eye view of what's going on, and to make sure that it like I said, is not going to impede on the performance of the website. It's all with the code, okay? But on this page editor, like I said, you have a load of functionality. Now, you can start by adding a template to the post itself, or you can add elements, or you can start off with a text block. It really doesn't matter, okay? Because you still have the ability to change all or to edit all of this stuff while you're editing the page. Like this button right here, this is for your templates. This button right here is for adding a new element. And adding a text block is an actual element. So don't get confused when you see this first starting page, okay? First, what I usually always do is click add element, and that gives me this screen. Now, the first thing you want to do is create a row. Because this gives you a base for all of your content. And in this row, you can proceed to add, you can add any kind of boxes of content, fancy box here. You can add, looking for our text box. Yeah, you can have a text block there. It doesn't matter. Like anything you want to put there, you pretty much can put there. It's just a matter of your creative mind and understanding what you want the blog post to be before you go in and create it. And you have a lot of elements here. You have connector elements, you have structured elements that you can use. And like I said, once you have access to this, I would advise you to go in, play with it as much as possible. Learn this system as much as possible. Learn its ability as much as possible, so you know what your reach is as far as how creative you can be. And if you need any help along the way, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to get me on TeamViewer. I'll help you walk through as much as I can, because of course it's going to be due to your creative geniuses as to how the blog is going to look. But I can guide you, so that's not an issue. All right. Now moving on, these settings here at the bottom, the post configuration, these types of settings, I will leave these as they are. Those are basically how we see the post on the front end here, where the customer would see it. It controls that, so we want to leave that alone because we want the post to be fully visible as they are right now. So there's other sections here at the bottom, the post header settings. Okay, now the post header settings are basically our visual composer's way of allowing us a little more functionality with the post itself. Okay, so this is something else that you can play with to see what it does. Okay, this header image is actually the featured image that we have here. It's the same as this image right here, but it just gives you a little